Hey folks, what's up? Jackson here. So just turned in the 4 components that you required to knock off your legendary piece for blacksmithing, and you actually get provided the Hammer Forgotten Heroes by Mr. Hammerbeard here. Hammerbeard says, Jackson, this is exciting, I have to admit. I've put everything you've gathered into this chest of supplies, and the only place with the power and magic to handle the creation of the final hammer is that firmament stone. I believe that blacksmiths of your rarefied skills will know it. I realize that there are dwarf stereotypes out there about smithing, but I really don't care for all that bang and heat. Suppose that's why I followed this scholarly path. Good luck to you. Go to the Firmament Stone in High Mountain and forge the Hammer of Forgotten Heroes. Hammer of Forgotten Heroes is the final component that we require to be able to go and produce. Shoot, that's not quite ready. We will continue just to do some flying around here as I get ready to get back up. So, the legendary blacksmithing supplies. So that allows us to create the Hammer of Forgotten Heroes. We combine that with the Nether Shard Essence. You can purchase that from an NPC or auction house. They're going pretty cheap on auction house right now, 800 gold. Take some Blood of Sargeras. The best way to get these is through questing, and then Demon Steel Bars. And Demon Steel Bars is the primary reagent for really the majority of the Legion plate gear. So you need 1 laystone ore, which are actually really cheap right now. That was the more common of the ores when we cracked open the Broken Shore, and then Fell Slate. So that's pretty straightforward. Additionally, the most recent is the Imperial Breastplate, and you see that's a combination of Imperium. So for me, because I'm stacked with enchanting and blacksmithing there, I'm not much of a gatherer. On my main, I actually purchase Imperium from a vendor using Sargerite. Sargerite, you can pick it up and loot it from a lot of different areas. Additionally, you can get, it's a little enchant there, and that actually increases the odds that you're going to be able to pick up Primal Sargerite just from running mobs. So for someone like me who is working really hard to get their PvP appearances up, I'm knocking off world quests every day when it comes to the PvP gear. It's the most efficient way to unlock that. I'm really staying pretty aggressive with it. So we're going to continue to knock those off and really seem to pick up a lot of Imperium through that approach. Prior to that, Laystone was the big component. We just took that common product like we spoke about, and you're able to produce all the different gauntlets. For the most part today, Demon Steel really continues to be the better seller. Imperial, I don't know if it's just because the amount of Imperium and Primal Sargerite in the market, but it is going really, really cheap today. There's quite a few relics that you can produce, and I think I've picked up all of my appearances now in terms of what Legion offers for blacksmithing, and it's relatively useful. So finally, we're back here. We are in High Mountain. You just fly to the Iron Horn Enclave. Just to the west of that is the incredibly Firmament Stone, and this is where you have to actually come if you want to craft any of the Demon Steel gear. So we'll create the Hammer of Forgotten Heroes, 1 of 1. That's absolutely awesome. And we'll look to turn that in, and I have to just look at this very quickly. Blacksmithing. Right back to the beginning. So once we get that, we'll produce Rethu's Incessant Courage, and that's going to go get to the auction house. Quickest way to get back, I'm going to jump to the Vindicar, and then from the Vindicar, because I recently hearthed back to Dal, we'll just take the teleport there. Off we go, down to the main floor. Past the Vindicar Matrix Crystal, and here's our port to Dal. finally, High Lord's Golden Charger, and this pally is rolling. Let's go turn this in as quickly as possible. After that, I've got to go spend some time with Mama and enjoy a little ice cream. So this is a pretty repeatable quest. I think I've got 12 armor crafters commendations. It's really just can you get yourself to complete all the different dungeons and not saturate the market for Rethu's Incessant Courage or whatever the legendary weapon is that you are, a legendary piece of armor you're looking to craft. I think I've got to pick this up rather quickly. There we go. Hammer of Forgotten Heroes. Here's the full turn-in. Be sure to take the chest of supplies I've given you to the Firmament Stone and forge the final hammer. Bring it back to me for inspection when you have done so. There we go. We're dropping it off. And finally, the hammer is possibly the most perfect item you will have ever forged. With this, you will create armor of such style and taste that you will become a figure of legends. I'm proud of you, Jackson. I'm so happy you will finally start to look good. That's a little extreme, isn't it? Well, let's just see, folks. That is the very quick and very dirty approach to Hammer of Forgotten Heroes. Load up on that and find yourself with Rethu's Incessant Courage and make yourself an easy 100,000 on the market. Take some time, make it happen. And finally, just drop in the Armor Crafter's commendation again if you have them in your bag, just like I mentioned here, and start the cycle again. That's it, folks. Continue to do it. Make some big money on the auction house. Thanks for watching. See ya.